course, I just learn something every freaking day. Even about my own life and how I'm treated on this earth. At the end of the day, no one will ever care about what my life really was or is, even if I do perish away. They just come up with their own stories and theories and perceptions based on nothing that involves my own life or even this. And my family raised me to be weak. Super weak. To the point where my family has never taught me self-defense. Of course, it's supposed to be my job as a 33-year-old with an autistic disorder and a hand like this in this fucking world that nobody fucking cares about. It's supposed to be my job and my choice to even develop that. But why can't I when nobody wants to invest in this arm and hand? Because I'm real about my life. Because I know I deserve credit. I know I deserve really the best after this arm and this hand has given mostly every freaking talent that this arm and this hand holds. Those cliches will not ever work. Your religion will not ever work on me. Because of your God and how he should have protected my mother from that 23-year-old back when she turned 17. She would have been protected, and this arm and this head would not even exist today. The accidental sperm donor, the same one that says I should have been left as a stain sheet. Yes, that one. He was 23 at the time. Of course, he served his time. But the alchemy and the way my life was set up, even because of your God, I always get people in my life that don't even understand me, always take advantage of me, always take me for granted, always take from me, and always want to destroy me. That's the characteristics of my father. The accidental sperm donor, I will call. And suspectedly did inappropriate things to me while in my slumber, in my sleep, while he was staying in my own house. He is indeed a suspect because of, well, 3 instances. Him coming into my room wrapped in a towel, asking me, can I get some? And when I asked what exactly did he mean, he said nothing. But I knew. Second instance. I seem to wake up in the middle of the night. My door is usually closed. Even when I have somebody that's staying over in my house. In this case, of course, my father was staying over. I wake up in the middle of the night. Mind you, my door is closed. I wake up my door was cracked open. And then I called his name. And nothing really happened after that, but before he closed my door, I did hear him whisper. I would actually bet my life on this, my whole entire life. May I die if I'm lying. May your God take me if I'm actually lying about this. I heard out of his mouth before he closed my door, "Forgive me." For what? Exactly. That's why I didn't even tell him, but of course I was thinking it. The last straw was this mysterious text message that was sent to me, telling me how my cat was good and tried it twice. And another message saying that's why you're a retard and glad you haven't even told your brothers and sisters about this for 20 years. I was still in my 30s. So I might have been at least 10 to 12 years old when this allegedly started to happen. I was going to ignore it, but something, of course, didn't sit right with me, because how this messenger know that I do have brothers and sisters? How would this person know? So, hence why he's only a sperm donor to me, and not really a father. As far as I know, he put hands on women too. Luckily, not my mother. Luckily, she left before that even happened. But that whole alchemy, what's in my freaking veins and blood, is why, for some reason, I have all of these people in front of me that I keep meeting, even in this environment alone, that really wants to destroy my joy and happiness. And anything that is positively me. And you want to judge when your God says not to judge? I'm going to keep saying that until you stop judging, especially when it comes to this in my life, and actually do something that actually matches my joy and my happiness. And if you don't, get the fuck out of my life. And get the fuck out of this one's life. Because I'm not changing my happiness nor my life for anybody on this motherfucking earth. Not at all. Not even you. None of your prayers would work. None of your cliches, including therapy and help, would work. All this be joyous, stop complaining and all that. That will not ever work. I've been dead since I was around 6 or 7, trying to fucking live on this damn earth. And if I at least make it to 34 this year, then there may be something. But until this arm and this hand receives any compensation for her talents and any type of credit is given to this arm and hand with really good intentions and with protection, and security and safety. Protection, safety, and security. With all of that, but I'm not seeing it on this fucking earth. And I'm not seeing it in this fucking neighborhood. And no one's willing to invest in an arm and hand that's real, that has her own sovereign mind, who would rather actually work on her talents, who actually wants to even enjoy working as far as her talents, rather than work someone that's not ever going to align with my joy and happiness and my success. That pretty much no one wants for this arm or hand at all. And the comments will still be off. So what is my life? Sometimes comments are not ever needed. Sometimes the comments need to be shut off because people's opinions really don't matter. Society will always think of even people like me as a joke, charity, or they just don't want you to exist. That's definitely my life too. God's been good to you, good. People around you, good. Life is good for you because of God, good. Good. Oh, you beg for God to help you and he actually helped you, good. I've asked God many times. I've begged God many times. I even screamed in my bedroom floor. I screamed in my bedroom on the freaking floor, crying my freaking eyes out and screaming my lungs out. Only because I really have nothing and really no one to even understand this armor hand and how it's being treated. And we treat abnormalities as if they're not supposed to exist. That's how you, even the ones watching right now, are treating people like me. No gaslighting, no narcissistic bullshit, no paranormal bullshit, no mindsets. That's why the comments are off. No cliches about God, Jesus, or prayer. All of that never worked in my life. I'm still $3,000 in debt. No one's willing to invest in this armor hand. Of course, I talk too real about my life. I'm not changing my fucking language for anybody just to appease other people. And I've tried the switch of a language shit. I've tried that, but even God wasn't consistent in my life as far as that. I seriously not ever once really had a problem with consistency. I love to be consistent. That's supposed to be a freaking trait as far as autism and anything that associates with an autistic disorder or an autistic syndrome or someone who is on the autism spectrum is consistency. But somehow consistency always has a problem with me. Even as far as what I want to do in my life. And it seems like God does not want that for me. Or else he would have been consistent in that. Even if I do forget to be grateful and thankful. Somehow consistency always has a problem with me. The only consistency is trauma and pain and emptiness in my life. And always misunderstandings. Always misunderstandings. Made this far good. Thanks. But you just go on with your life. If you want to help out, cool. Just email me. Serious inquiries only. And my contact hours are from 11 a.m. to around, I say 9 p.m. That's my open hours. The rest are just for emergencies only. And if you're not willing to listen, if you're not willing to get the wax out of your ears and listen, then you shouldn't even be watching this damn video, nor even interact with anything as far as me and my life. Again, I'm already dead. And it's because no one really treated me as if I were alive. When I take joy in my talents, when I take joy in things that I love to do. No one on this fucking earth, even my own family and parents, has ever made me feel alive when it comes to anything that I love. And that is the truth. And that is the brutal truth of my life. No matter what. Unless I really do see change. Actually do see with these own two eyes. Unless I see change. Actual change in my life. Doesn't matter the language or anything. Doesn't matter the mindset. I've already tried those and it still did not work. So, before you start to judge, when God says not to judge, especially from your own life that has nothing to do with this arm and this hand in my life, before you start to judge, don't. Just go on about your day. Thank you for listening. As if you really do care anyway.